Hi, I wanted to talk about something today that I think is really pretty important, and that is how are you going to remain motivated and inspired and doing the work that's needed to be done in order to get the best out of this course. And the course, of course, is just a reflection, I would say, of how you are in life generally. So if you find yourself really participating in the course, really inspired by the course, then it's likely that you're the kind of person that's pretty inspired and pretty engaged in life anyway. If you find yourself missing the homework, not doing the things that are needed, not having the conversations, then there's a chance that you're that kind of person in life. So I guess what I'm interested in is tackling the whole issue of your level of motivation, your level of inspiration, your level of self-responsibility in life generally. Because if we can impact that in a really powerful and engaged and effective way, then you'll get the best out of the course, and infinitely more importantly, you'll be able to apply that level of motivation and inspiration and engagement to life generally. So the first thing I do or done in this kind of thoughts about this talk was, well, what do I do? Well, first thing I do is I really, over the years of exploring myself, looked at the things that really inspire me, that bring out the best in me, that have me feel nourished and engaged and stimulated. And I take complete responsibility for that, or should we say those stimuli to be in my life. So for me, it looks like going for walks with great friends in beautiful countryside. It looks like reading really stimulating and challenging literature, reading biographies of people that have preceded us that are great in what they do, listening to phenomenal music, eating great food, having friends that challenge and inspire me, doing work that inspires me. I know that if I can ensure that I get the right food to have me be inspired and alive, chances are then that I'll be inspired and alive and doing the things that I need to be doing. So in order for you to apply yourself to this course, I guess the first question you've got to ask yourself is, well, what's going to inspire and motivate you to do the stuff that we're asking you to do? So ask yourself a fundamental question. What's inspiring to you? And then ask yourself the question, well, do you include that enough in your life? So if it's hanging out with your friends, if that really inspires you, if it leaves you motivated and stimulated and engaged, then do it more. If it's listening to fabulous music, do it more. If it's whatever it is for you, I don't know where you are in your life in terms of being switched on, alive, participating, engaged, but look, really truly look at what's gonna float your boat, what's gonna get you out of bed, because often people think inspiration is something that turns up kind of by chance. What I'm saying is something different. What I'm saying is we need to take responsibility utterly and completely for our level of inspiration, for our level of motivation, for our level of aliveness, for our level of engagement. We need to find out the formula, our right feed, and give it to ourselves. This is really important. It's really important because whatever you do in life, if you do it in an inspired and participatory and engaged way, whether it's being in a relationship, whether it's doing your work, whether it's engaging in studies, whether it's being with your friends even, if you can do that in a way that's fully engaged, you'll get more from it and life will reflect that back. So we need to help you get access to your butane gas. And it's not a passive relationship. It's not waiting for the bus of inspiration to tip up. It's about standing back and saying, what inspires me? What motivates me? What will have me be a hero in my own movie? And I do the things that actually have me be alive, engaged, feeling great, and in action. Because if you're passive in the course, if you don't do the work, you're probably passive in other areas of your life that you'd sooner not be passive in. So how do we get you from being passive to active? the fundamental factor is your level of inspiration, your level of giving yourself what has you be alive, engaged, switched on, challenged, and willing. So ask yourself these questions. What inspires me? Am I doing enough of those things to have me be feeling really alive? If I'm doing a job that's not inspiring, what can I do to have me be inspired in my work? If you fill up your butane gas tank, then that will seep into other areas of your life. If you're really inspired, you'll be more inspiring in your work. You'll be more inspiring in your relationships. You'll be more inspiring with yourself. So what I'm saying is this. It's up to you to take responsibility for your zest. You need to really ask yourself the question, where's my zest? What gives me the zest? What do I have to do each and every week to feel alive, to feel engaged, so that doing the things that sometimes don't feel so inspiring are possible for you because you've got the inspiration from other areas. So if the homework's not inspiring enough for you, you would be inspired from doing so many other different things that you'll just do it. So I want you to see your gas tank as something that you can fill up. I want you to fill it up. I want you to recognize what has you be alpha, utter, engaged, full on, alive, excited, beyond excited, phenomenally excited. I want you to take responsibility for that. If you can take responsibility for being phenomenally excited, inspired, engaged in your life generally, you'll do what you need to do in this course, and more importantly, much more importantly, you'll do what you need to do in the other areas of your life. The course is just a reflection of how you are in your life generally. So let's have you be cooking on the best quality gas. So ask yourself the question, what inspires me? Am I doing the things that inspire me enough? And then look out, have an open, conscious mind for including new things that inspire you. Ask your friends and your family, what inspires you? What do you do about being inspired? Let's get into the whole conversation of being motivated, full of conviction, on fire, alive, engaged. Let's open that whole area of our lives up, because you know what? If we do that, if we're really, really taking responsibility for being inspired and electric and alive, then other things will follow. It's just life it's just natural. If you're a turn on, if you're inspiring, if you're engaged, if you're participating, other people and situations respond. So the takeout from this YouTube upload is really clear. Get a blank piece of paper right now. Ask yourself the question, what inspires me? Write a list. Write a line down the middle. How much time am I spending doing that thing every week? And then write down, what do you need? What's your recipe for being alive and inspired and turned on and excited? And then take responsibility for cooking it each and every week, because if you do, you will be more engaged, more inspired, more fun, more alive. How do I know? Because I take complete responsibility for being inspired. In my work, coaching, the companies that I coach and the people that I coach, if I'm not inspired, if I'm not switched on, if I'm not engaged in my life, I cannot expect people to be engaged in theirs. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. I want you to write the list. What inspires you? I want it to be an open list so that you add things to it and you switch things off if they no longer inspire you. And I want you to get the right things each and every week to be inspired, to be motivated. And then the things that we asked you to do in this course, you'll just do it. There'll be an abundance in you. There'll be an overflow of you being excited and switched on and engaged. So get excited, get inspired, take responsibility. And if you're missing a level of inspiration in your life, bring it up in the conference call, because that's coming down the road. So I'm looking for you to be really inspired and taking complete responsibility. So good fun being inspired, and bye for now.